Hi there everyone, GuardianE here with another Destiny Child video, and we're on the narrative dungeon On the Road, featuring 2 boost units that are some beautiful cat ladies. So first one we have featured here is going to be Boreas, Boreas, and the other is Notus. So they each have their individual banner, and of course Boreas is available just by grinding the event, but we're just going to go ahead and summon for both of them, see if we can't kind of cut to the chase a little bit and get a little head start on the bonus grinding. So we're just going to make our way over to the summons here and start going in on these banners. So we'll start with the gimme unit, the one that everybody can grind for, the sprinting Boreas. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, but both of these units look great. They really do. And so I'm going to be summoning for both of them. We just finished off the last Ragna break, where we got some nice free units there too. I did end up summoning for the featured water attacker. Her name escapes me right now, but I might show her at the end of the video just so we don't kind of leave her out of the sequence of things. But I got her in the first multi, so I thought that wasn't terribly exciting. So, and I didn't have time to edit a video around it, so I just kind of, decided to leave that to the wayside here until there was something more substantive. In which case, that's what we've got here. We've got a lot more summons to do, so we're going to chase both of these. Now, the other, you're going to skip. Alright, so far, nothing. Next multi. There is a premium skin available for the other cat girl that looks amazing. It's on the main menu. Really, really stunning stuff. As far as I know, it's probably going to be available in the skin shop that you can use blood gems for, so I'm not sweating going for it right now. But definitely going to be a worthwhile purchase as well. I might just briefly show that as well. Usually there's a little bit of lag time, maybe a week or two, maybe even depends on when the next update rolls around, that you will be able to purchase it in the shop for blood gems. But I'm not in a rush. I'm definitely willing to wait on that. Alright, so 3 multis in. Here is a chance at... Nope. Going to be the Erato. Alright. Next one in. We will skip this. And I actually don't want to get her here, if we can avoid her. Okay, well, there we go. I was just gonna say, and look, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, but by getting her here, we got her on the 4th multi, so we just missed out on the 5th multi, which would have guaranteed the spa skin as a consolation prize. So, a little annoyed by that, but that's okay. It's okay. It's a double-edged sword. That means I have even more crystals that I can just save. But at the same time, I also will have to do the Midnight Parade. Or level her to 60, which is also doable. We could do either. So there could be a 2-in-1. There's always a possibility. Okay, here's a chance. No. Nope. Alright, so, sprinting Boreas, or Boreas, she's a light defender. A really fun, sporty look. I really like her. She looks very, very cheerful. Alright, so Notus, leading Notus, a little more tribal looking. Let's go ahead and go in on this banner. First multi. And really, what we're aiming for, once again, is 5 multis in. That's the sweet spot for me. Personal preference. Okay. I did see that the, just speaking generally about Shift Up and their endeavors, the Nikkei closed beta sent another wave of invites, and I didn't get anything about those, so I don't think I'm part of that. I don't think I'm going to be part of that beta either, so... And they're definitely slow playing it a bit, and I haven't been following any of the news around how they're dealing with potential censorship issues or things like that. I know that that has... I've seen headlines, but I haven't dug any deeper beyond that, so not sure what the current latest and greatest is on that front. You know, at the very least, what I would hope... And let's skip? Okay. At the very least, what I would hope is that there is an option to mod the game and use the basically have a decensor mod and just not be penalized in any way. I think the ideal way to deal with that, something like that, in almost every instance, is to have just an uncensored APK available, like dedicated on their website or something, and just, you know, listed as user beware. You know, if you want to use this, go ahead. We are free from all liability associated with it. Okay, alright, we are going to get Notus right here on, I think, third multi in. She has a dark debuffer. Really lovely. So, yeah, didn't get the spa skin for either of them, really. Honestly, my luck has been really great in Destiny Child as of late, which I'm certainly, you know, certainly pleased about. Although I have so much currency and there is this generous pity that I probably don't need luck in Destiny Child, whereas I've been hit pretty hard in every other game that I play. So it's not really worked out for me. But all the same, definitely happy to have these two boost units. They are definitely going to be doing some great work in the narrative dungeon, helping with that grind. Let's do this free summon, so I don't kill myself, which is good because I'm just going to be, you know, super busy. It's just been super busy and really crazy. So anything that I can help to sort of ease that grind, I think is going to be much appreciated. Here is the leading Notus that we just got. Again, more tribal in nature, but I love the sort of the fabulous nails, the sort of designer coat she has hanging off of her. She definitely has a really kind of savage, mature look to her, and the body tattoos are very, very attractive. Absolutely. We've got Boreas, who's a lot more cheerful in nature. I love the big paw sneakers that she's got going, as well as, again, the sporty look, very, very attractive. The large, open coat design, just really great overall. And then I did just want to mention, for the previous Ragna break, I did manage to pick up the Keika on my first multi, which is something that I didn't end up creating a separate video for. So she is kind of like this psychic character. It was really cool. I mean, her design is super great. I love the color palette, especially. The dark hair and blue eyes, I think, is always just really striking. And then she has that tarot card that just kind of explodes. I think that's just super cool. She also has this Oni mask on her thigh. And she does have an alternate costume that's really cool. It's really actually, we might go take a look at those as well. But this was the, here we go. Here was the Ragna break unit as well. That of course we acquired for free just by grinding that event too. So here is the skin that's featured on the main Flash title screen for Resting Boreas. That is a premium skin. Again, this will drop into the Blood Gem shop, I am fairly certain. So you don't have to purchase it, but it is available, of course, for if you want to pay for it in the shop right now, for Lanfei's shop. Originally, I thought this was for the other cat girl, but actually it is for Boreas. It's just a different art style. But yeah, just a sleepy cat in a cot. Can't ask for much more than that. It's pretty fantastic. So love that tan. Love the shiny smooth skin. Gotta love it. As I mentioned, we did fail on, well, relative, I guess. We failed in the context of getting the spa skins for each of them. That's a little unfortunate. It looks like Boreas is actually not animated, so that's kind of unfortunate. I mean, she did get like that spectacular skin that we just looked at, which was the premium skin, so, I mean, I guess maybe that's the trade-off, but yeah, pretty unfortunate she doesn't get an animated one. And neither does Notus, so I guess it is kind of like in pairs, because I think that happened the last time when we didn't get animated skins for the spa skins for the units. It was a batch of them that didn't get them, so a little sad there. Alright, well, we're going to slink right into the next event and the next unit. Here is Captain Elysion available, a new unit with her own premium pickup banner. So we're going to go ahead and start summoning here. So let's dive right in for this Elysion with Fish in mouth and Captain Hat in tow. Yeah, I'm ridiculously behind. I am actually still catching up on everything. So, like, everything is delayed, unfortunately, and I missed out on a whole bunch of stuff. So, not only did I have that trip out of town, I also had another business trip this week. So it's been a little rough in terms of the timing of everything. And wouldn't you know it, every game has like some celebration or some anniversary in August. So, kind of like the worst timing for everything. But we're back, we're here, and we're summoning in Destiny Child. Lots of stuff that's dropped, lots of new things on the horizon to look forward to. This world boss being one of them. They did, of course, show that in the future we are getting a Guilty Gear collab through the silhouette, which is super cool. I'm a big fan of Guilty Gear and their designs. Anything Arxis, to be honest with you, I am a pretty big fan of, so definitely looking forward to that. I think that has huge potential, so I'm super excited. Lots of characters that I would love to see from that series in here. Let's go ahead and skip. And nothing to write home about, unfortunately. Now, of course, there's also the Lisa's Extra Lessons, and I am also late to the party, too. I have obviously completed it, and we're actually going to go through it very, very briefly at the end of the video if you are interested in seeing sort of my rough and ready recommendations for the Lisa's Extra Lessons. Once again, spectacular value for new players. You can get a host of 6+ fully ignited characters, which is exceptional. The amount of investment you need for a fully ignited character is redonkulous, and so getting that up front as a new player is just a huge boost to your account. So, and there's some really choice picks in there too. We'll go over it. Again, it's just going to be my own personal opinion on things, but you know, whichever direction you go, you're going to get a nice boon to your character roster for sure. All right, go ahead and skip. And this is another multi that we are going to skip through. Let's press the button. All right, and nothing here. It's all right. I mean, reality is if I have to go to step 5, that's pretty okay by me. We do get the Constellation Spa skin, so I'm pretty alright with that. They've also dropped a ton of amazing skins that you are going to be able to get from the Blood Gem shop. You can also just buy the skins outright from Lanfei's shop as well. But since I have such an excess of Blood Gems, I'm just gonna grab them all from the Blood Gem shop. They dropped a ton of rewards for everybody to take advantage of with spa skin selection and child selection and everything else. So, ton of rewards, which has been fantastic. So just like lots of, it's a good time. It's a good time to be a Destiny Child player in terms of just getting more stuff for your account. So definitely good. Now they have been like skipping around. I mean, I guess it's not anything new in terms of the story and the events that they've been dropping. They have kind of been skipping around, I think in an attempt to kind of push us forward and sync us up with Japan, the Japanese server in a manner of speaking. All right, let's go ahead and skip. All right, and nothing here. So this is actually, we were about due for some rough luck in Destiny Child, which I'm okay with. We have that pity of 15 multis. We can't go beyond 15 multis. We're guaranteed her at that point. So if that's what it becomes, that's what it becomes. But yeah, I've been getting some pretty decent luck in the game in terms of acquiring the 5 stars quickly. So kind of expected to get a little bit. I was kind of expecting that to dry up at some point, right? It's bound to happen. Only a fool thinks their luck is forever. That's, I mean, doesn't stop people from thinking it, but yeah, only a fool thinks so. But yeah, I think that ultimately here, if it takes a little bit longer, I'm totally okay with that. Got plenty of crystals, and yeah. So again, they're skipping around with the events, which is a little concerning, only because it begs the question of how we're going to be getting the gaps in the backlog of the events leading up to the Japanese server. So I have confidence that they'll handle it well because. All right, let's go ahead and skip. I have confidence they'll handle it well because they've handled everything else well. I mean, I think the developers are just very player friendly. I mean, they really are. So probably the most generous in terms of just freebies and everything else is concerned. So I don't doubt that they're gonna do us right in some manner of speaking. So we'll see how they fill in those gaps. And there is the calendar that dropped, like I said. So we do know that I think the collab is scheduled for December. I am curious, again, who they're going to be picking. I mean, I'm pretty sure Soul Bad Guy is going to be one of the units. It's probably a given. But everything else is kind of a toss-up. I think, you know, Dizzy is a very, very common popular choice. I personally love Dizzy myself. Biken is another very, very popular choice. Go ahead and skip. Oh wow! I think we really are gonna have to go all the way up to the pity here. That's how it's feeling. I'm gonna start skipping every multi at this point, just to kind of save us a little bit of time. But Ramenthal is a pretty, you know, popular choice. I think Ino or Eno is also. I keep saying Ino. I know it's Eno. Is also another pretty common popular choice. Jacko, I would love to see in the game. Let's go ahead and skip. Oh man. Yeah, it looks like that's... we've only got 3 multis left before we're reaching that pity. But again, that's totally okay. I am alright with doing that. It's gotta happen every now and again. Skipping... 2 more. Now, I think if I get her on this multi, that's like a pretty bad outcome, because then I miss out on the Step 15 consolation prize. So let's skip. Okay, alright, you know what? Going all the way to the final multi is actually not the worst thing. It's going just close to the final multi, because you guys still spend like almost all the crystals, but you don't get the consolation prize. So let's skip. And there we go. So yeah, that was unfortunate. We ended up having to basically go to the entire pity, but we do get ourselves a copy of her, and of course we get a copy of the spa skin as well. So yeah, let's just go ahead and claim. So this is her, Captain Elysion. Yo-ho, yo-ho, I'm off to sail to the seas. I'm on a mission, a single goal, a paradise for me. I love the squirming fish in her mouth. That's so funny. Alright, well, let's go ahead and claim all here. We do get additional crystals back, refunds, as well as additional copies of the hot springs for some friendship points too. So not too bad. Pretty okay. And here we are, just to go over briefly my recommendations for the Lisa's extra lessons. I'm only going to talk about the 5 stars, the native 5 stars, because those are really the only ones that matter. I mean, the other lessons for the 4 stars max ignited are, they're okay for for other game modes like Endless Duel and things like that, but at the end of the day, I think the most important ones are the 5 stars, and that's where we're going to focus. So, Lesson 1, you get to choose one of these available units. There's some great options here, but in terms of like fully ignited 6 stars, Eve is definitely a really great choice. With the ignition, she gets a huge boost in terms of being a 6-hit slide unit, which is very, very powerful. Generally speaking, if you're waffling between a couple of choices, 6-hit slide really kind of sells. It's kind of like the premium attacker for a particular element. So you do want to focus on those where applicable. Other than Eve, Tiamat is not a bad choice. She's actually a very strong fire attacker, especially if you do not have Fire Battery. Fire Battery is probably the best choice for an attacker in terms of max ignition, but Tiamat is certainly no slouch herself. And then Dreamer Saturn is pretty good as well. I would say that she's also up there in terms of options. But I personally, I think that Eve, if you don't have her max ignited and you don't have Water Moftet max ignited, she's probably the best choice of Lesson 1. So Lesson 4, you're able to select one of these once again, and of the options that are available here, I think that Navi in particular is quite strong. She is going to be very, very useful for future world bosses, and having her max ignited is definitely a huge boon. Another option could potentially be Pomona. She is a very, very solid healer, has the resurrection capability with her drive, so that's she's also quite good. So if you don't have either of those, I think that's kind of where I would gravitate for Lesson 4. And for Lesson 7, you do get to choose one of these native 5-stars, Max Ignited, and the selection here is really, really fantastic. So first and foremost, Lupin is a crit monster. She is an amazing, amazing supporter on any team. So regardless of the game mode, she is fantastic, and if you do not have her Max Ignited, even if you have her at +6, I think she is probably the optimal choice from this selection. I think she's far and above so valuable to have, especially for a newer player. She's just going to put in so much work. Really, really phenomenal unit. Now, if you already have her Max Ignited, Lady Bathory here is actually a fantastic choice as a Max Ignited unit as well. Fantastic debuffer, really great all around, can be used in an assortment of different game modes. She's really, really fantastic. And then beyond that, I would say that the next sort of tier of units that you could choose from would be Clotho here. She's quite strong along with Limos. And then finally, there is Dancing Maiden Werewolf. So all three of those, I think, would also be... And to be completely honest, the rest of them here are no slouches either. I think the rest of the units that are available as rewards, if you have everything that I mentioned Max Ignited, then you can obviously go for one of the others. And this is just my own personal, again, my own personal thoughts as far as the hierarchy and tiers of the available units here. But, you know, you can't really go wrong in terms of an overall boost to your account as a whole. Not even going to go over how you complete the extra lessons. You basically just have to log in each day and then just complete the 2 quests that Lisa has for you, which are super, super simple, incredibly dumbed down. Any new player would be able to do them, so very, very, very easy to do. So yeah, that is going to be it. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Destiny Child content. Again, I apologize for being so late on everything. I'm really sorry. I really don't like putting stuff out super late, and I know I've been behind, especially in Destiny Child, for a while now, and all of the games that I cover, it's just starting to kind of catch up with me with just all the stuff that's going on. But again, I'm really sorry, and I do appreciate your patience, and hopefully we can just kind of get back on track. But wish you the best of luck if you did end up summoning through the events here and on the world boss that's currently running. And until next time, let's keep on grinding.